Alright, here's our video today on sinusitis, or the science on sinus infections. And if you ever had a sinus infection, you know it is not pleasant at all. And if you have any feedback on, you want to share your experiences with it, let me know. So anyway, we can see well, let me get a better picture for you on the sinuses, the sinus cavities behind our face. And you can see on the left a healthy sinus. There's the cavities on the left. And you can see on the right the inflamed sinus. And it's all because of mucus. That's it. The pain and discomfort that you get from a sinus infection is largely due to the buildup of mucus and that pressure from the mucus. So here's the mucus right here and the mucus there. So when a pathogen enters these cavities, whether it's a virus or bacteria, some kind of pollen or something, mucus will build up. And that pressure, the trapped mucus, creates pressure in the sinuses, which can cause the pain and the discomfort, especially in the forehead and the cheeks. And again, not a pleasant feeling. I've had a sinus infection a few times this year. So it's the inflammation of the sinus tissues can also contribute to that pain. When bacteria, for example, grows in the mucus, it'll become stagnant. So that's why mucus is there anyway. It's there to stop the pathogens, to slow down the pathogens, so our white blood cells can do the trick and start killing them. So if we think of bacteria, just think that the bacteria gets stuck in the mucus, but the white blood cells do not. But that's why the mucus is built up in the first place. Now let me show you another picture. I'll show you the drainage ports. So over here, I should clear that pencil marking over there. Clear it all out. And make sure the pen's working. So as you can see, this sinus here, the maxillary, it's the largest one. But its drainage port is against gravity. Let me show you that again. Clean this out. So again, the maxillary sinus is the biggest sinus. But you can see the drain port. Again, make sure my pen's working. The drain port right over here, there it is. As you can see, it's going against gravity, as the rest of them are not. So in order to drain this, it's best if you lean your head forward to drain it. Again, this is not a health video, so you should be talking to your doctor if you do have sinus infections. So again, when you have all this pain, this discomfort from the sinuses, we know that our white blood cells are moving into the area so they can kill the bacteria that's stuck in the mucus, and that's why we have that mucus. But we should think of something else now. Why do we have sinus cavities in the first place? Well, there's a couple of reasons we have them. The main reason we have these sinus cavities is because it lightens the skull. The skull is heavy, so it makes it easier for the head to be supported when we have these sinus cavities. That's one reason. So let's get a clean page. And we'll write up here, one of the number one reasons is to lightens to light up the skull. Make the skull lighter. To support the head. That's one of the reasons. One of the reasons you don't hear that much. And another one you don't hear so much is sound production. So what the sinuses, they do in voice resonance, they contribute to the quality of the sound produced when we speak. So we'll just say sound quality. Make us sound better. Some of us, anyway. Except when we have a sinus infection, we don't sound too well. And number three is the sinus cavities will warm the air. Warm the air. As air does go through the cavities, and before it goes to the lungs, warming of the air. So, as we breathe, the sinuses help humidify and warm the air before it reaches the lungs. which is very important for our respiratory health. And we also know that number 4, we can say balancing pressure. Balancing pressure. And basically, the sinuses help equalize pressure within the skull, especially when we have changes in altitude. You know, when we're flying, if any of you are flyers, and when you're diving, for example, or when you're going down a steep hill and you feel that pressure imbalance. Sinuses play a role in balancing that. And of course, they also, number 5, we'll put down, they also help against infection. So they protect against infection. But again, just to review, it's the mucus that causes the sinus pain, but the mucus is very important. It's produced by the sinus to trap the dust and allergens and anything else, any other pathogens that may enter before they enter the respiratory system. So that's why our sinuses are important, and that's our video today. And I hope you don't have a sinus infection, but let me know how you cured it.